Hey, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I am your host, Brandy, the Millennial Manager, and today is Wednesday. If you are inside of Patreon, okay? Because Patreon gets the episodes early, period. And also inside of Patreon, we are going to be going live on this Friday night. So Friday, May 23rd, we're going to be going live at 8:30, and we're going to be talking about all things work related, okay? There have been a couple situations on social media where employees are either being bullied at work or maybe they're trying to leave, and we're going to be talking about a few of those stories. And also, if you have any questions at all that you would like to discuss, that is what we're going to be talking about, okay? So if you're not inside of Patreon, make sure you join today because you do not want to miss out on our lives. And it's only $6 to join, okay? So $6 gets you the live episodes. You also get the recordings, like any videos that I post that are not posted online are posted inside of Patreon. And the episodes sync automatically. So whenever there's a new episode, you can listen to it directly inside of Patreon. Now, for everybody else, today is Friday, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful day no matter what day you are listening to this podcast. And now, today's episode is going to be talking about when is it time to leave that fucking job? Let's talk about it because we haven't talked about this in a long time. Now, deciding to leave a job is not an easy decision, okay? No matter what you are leaving it for. If you are leaving it because it's a negative work environment or maybe you just do not like your boss, it is very hard making a decision to leave a situation that is familiar. If you are leaving to go into entrepreneurship, that is even harder. Say hallelujah, Brandy, hallelujah. That's even harder. It's even harder to venture out into the unknown. But that is what we're going to talk about is like, what are some signs? Okay. How do we know that we are there? Because sometimes it is not very clear until those signs kind of come together. Like you may be experiencing some of these signs, like one-offs, okay? But some of this shit is all together. And I want to talk to you about when to know, okay? It's time to pull the trigger. It's time to get up. It's time to start applying. It's time to really move out on our own because nothing, okay, is worse than staying at a job for too long, staying in a situation too long. And we're going to talk about some of those signs, some of those symptoms, what we should be doing, and how do we get over this, okay? All right. So number one, it starts to impact your mental well-being. We all know mental health is wealth, and that is something that you have to place above everything else. Like, what is your mental health like? And I'm not talking about, I don't want to work. Like, that's not a reality. We need to talk about things that are based in reality. If you have an extreme level of anxiety, depression, and it's all attached to your job due to your everyday experience, you dread going to work every day, that is a sign that you are constantly stressed out and overly stressed, to be honest, because now it has started to affect your mental health. Burnout. Okay, burnout and exhaustion. You are constantly feeling drained, unmotivated. You lack any energy for anything outside of work. This can manifest in physical symptoms like headaches, stomach aches, and sleep problems. You cannot sleep. All the time is not perimenopause, guys, for those of us who are in perimenopause. If you actually dread going to work and you are now taking these things outside of work, right? You are not able to do anything outside of work. When you leave your job, you're not able to go and do fun things with your friends, with your family, maybe traveling out of town, which is something that I talk about a lot on social media, is that it's really good to have a change of scenery. Okay, that is very, very important. The area and your surroundings, like, they affect your mental health more than anything. It's just like having a dirty home, dirty car. It will cloud your judgment and it makes it really hard for you to focus and see what's important. Now, the next step or the next phase that you are probably experiencing is a negative impact on your personal life. Your job is negatively affecting your relationships with friends, family. You are losing interest in hobbies, like we just talked about, activities, things that you once enjoyed. Okay, things that you actually loved. If you are someone who likes to read and all of a sudden you cannot stand reading, or maybe you are someone who likes to communicate. You're a frequent communicator. You talk to your friends and stuff like that. But now you've noticed that there's like a barrier, right? I don't want to talk to anybody when I leave work. I don't want to communicate when I leave work. I don't want to see people when I leave work. That is a very negative sign, all right? That means that your job is impacting your personal life. Now, this next stage that a lot of people experience when you kind of hit a dead end, which I feel like is what kind of breeds the first few options or first few scenarios. Lack of growth, lack of opportunity. You cannot promote, you cannot excel any higher than you have. There's no ceiling, right? Or there is a ceiling and there's nothing beyond it, right? At this job, there's nothing there. You have reached the top, and I called it role exhaustion. When you get to a certain point in your career and you're just like, you know what the fuck? I'm not moving up. I'm not, able to go anywhere, especially if you are in senior management. A lot of people experience this because there is nowhere above that. And so a lot of times you see people hit exhaustion in the role because they're frustrated. Like, I want to do something else. So a lot of people switch over to different industries once they have reached the top of their career because there's nothing that you can do. Nothing. You cannot move up. You cannot excel. You cannot go any further. Underutilized skills, guys. If you are working in a space that is not utilizing you to your full potential and all they are doing is holding you back, those of you who are very talented, whether it's in recruitment, maybe you are in some type of tech industry, healthcare, whatever it is, it does not matter. That exists everywhere. If you are not being used to your fullest potential, you are going to get bored. You are going to hate your job. And it's starting to manifest outside of your job because the frustration doesn't just stay there when you leave. Right? The frustration doesn't just get off of you. You take it home. A lot of times we are able to really keep things from home at home, but it's really hard for you to keep work at work because you feel safe at home. You feel comfortable at home. So a lot of those things that happen at work somehow seep their way into your personal life, into your home life. And not being utilized in the best way inside of the workplace can make you question your talent, your skills, feeling like you're not being challenged, like you are just on your way to boredom and demotivation. Okay, that is a real thing. And a lot of people experience it every single day. Now, this is a no-brainer. If it's a toxic work environment, I know, y'all, sometimes it can be hard to leave things that are familiar to you. But a toxic work environment that consists of poor leadership, no guidance, no appreciation, high turnover rates, a lot of conflict, a lot of negativity, lack of trust. You can't really see what the hell is going on. Like, you feel like there's like a wizard behind the curtain, like unethical things happening inside of the workplace. Baby, you are bound to get the fuck up out of there. Okay? If those things are happening in your job, you need to start making decisions because it's impacting you. It's impacting how you view the workspace, how you view people. Because if you are working around a lot of negative people, what tends to happen? We become negative. We become cynical. We take on that personality because it's very hard to not match your environment. You really have to strive hard for that, and having a work-life balance is very important. But if you are someone that does not, you are going to look and mimic all the things that you are around. It's going to sound like a fucking parrot. Like, you are going to start parroting some of the same negative tropes, some of the same negative ideals of some of the people that you work with. And if you have started doing that, tick tock, and baby, must be the money. Let me tell you something. If that money is funny, you better get the hell up out of there. Bad money and a toxic work environment, girl. What the fuck? What the fuck are we even doing? What are we even talking about here? Bad money and this is toxic? Like, what the hell? You can't be underpaying me and then you creating this toxic work environment. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. No, 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 no. I don't even think I need to further explain why. If you are being underpaid, you better get the fuck on. A lot of us are, but there are other benefits, right? If you have a lot of PTO, maybe you have a lot of freedom, because sometimes it is worth it, okay? If you have a lot of freedom, people are not bothering you, but you could possibly be making more money elsewhere, but elsewhere comes with more responsibility. Elsewhere comes with the lack of freedom. Elsewhere causes you to miss soccer games, and you don't have that luxury of not being constantly monitored. I would stay exactly where the fuck I am too. Okay, so we need to know the difference. Now, underpaid does not always mean money. Okay, freedom. All right, we like our freedom. And those of us who value money or freedom over money, then you need to stay there. Okay, this conversation is not for you. Continue to listen and share with those that you know need to jump, but you stay your ass right where you at. Okay, all in all, your intuition is telling you that it is time, but you just needed confirmation. You needed to see that all the things that you are feeling, they're all connected. It's not just a one-off, baby, okay? I know sometimes it may feel like that. That feeling comes and goes, but it comes back, right? The feeling does not just become a thought and then the thought never goes away, or the thought goes away. It comes back to you. And if you're constantly thinking about that, you found better opportunities, you found that the company is unstable and you want some stability, and you know that this company does not necessarily align with your personal values and the things that you want to do in your career, it's time for you to push forward, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. There may be people at your job that you're really connected to and all of that. But if y'all are really connected, if y'all are really friends, if y'all are really besties, that relationship or that friendship is going to extend itself outside of the workplace. So don't get caught up in loyalty, because there is no loyalty when what? Money is involved. You have to make a decision that is based on your mental health, your physical health, your financial health. Okay? Because if you're not making the money that you should be making, and you know that you need this other money, then you need to go where the money is. Okay? Don't get caught up in fucking loyalty and promises. Yeah. Because there's a lot of that shit too. Well, they promised me. Them motherfuckers will promise you anything to get you to stay there. Yeah, we see this future. No, the fuck they don't. You are not included in that future. And I hope your ass know that. Okay? You are not included in that future. They just want you there for right now. That does not mean this is going to be your forever home. And you have to know that. Okay? Okay. Now let's go into our email of this episode. It says, "Hey, Brandy girl. Hey, baby. How you doing?" All right, girl, let me tell you about these people at my job. Okay, what's going on, girl? What's going on? Just to let you know, you don't have to include that I started working at a private, She worked at a radiology place. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Back in March, we received an email titled "Company Updates" from my HR senses got tingling, because I knew that was just some fancy language for layoffs. I did ask my director, and of course she acted clueless, because of course it doesn't suit her to say that she knows, because then you will know and she will have to do your damn job. Let's continue. I knew it was some bullshit going on, so I went home and dusted off my resume, period. Sure enough, that morning of the meeting, I found out that I had to sit in on a layoff meeting that I did not know about 24 hours prior. Damn. I sat in the meeting and watched that director essentially tell the employees, "Too bad, so sad. We're eliminating your position," in so many words. Even the language used to explain the severance package was BS, and the director left the employees and me in the room. Just no remorse at all. When I say I put a battery in my back and said, "Fuck this job," My HR senses have been tingling, and I know it's time for me to pack it up and wrap it up. Hell motherfucking yeah. Yes. I am working on my resume and starting to seek new opportunities as we speak. While I enjoy working in HR, I refuse to back the bullshit that comes with C-suites and their dumb ass decisions. As always, thank you so much for this podcast. It has helped an early career girl such as myself. Fuck them people at that job, baby. Betty, I am so proud of you. Okay, this is the whole topic of the episode. You need to know when it's time to get the fuck on. Okay, when it does not suit you, when it is not beneficial, when it does not make sense. And Betty here decided it does not make sense for me. She saw that there were unethical things happening, things that she did not like, things that did not align with her personally or career-wise, and she made a decision for herself. So I expect that there will be a lot of people making these decisions today. It's time for you to really analyze. If you're having a hard time making that decision, all you really need to do is do a pros and cons sheet. Okay, it sounds so fucking simple, but y'all, I'm telling you, it's just that damn simple. Pros and cons. What is the benefit of me working here? What do I gain from working here? Right? What are the negative things that can happen or that will happen, not can, okay? Will, right? Because we want to deal with tangible items. A lot of times our anxiety makes us believe things are going to happen that really are not going to happen, okay? We're just imagining a problem. That's where anxiety comes from. It comes from fear, okay? Anxiousness. What are the real tangible things that are going to happen to me if I decide to leave? Okay? That's what I want you to do. And report back. In the comments of the in the comments, or like where you can leave a review of the podcast, put your comments there. Stop staying at these damn jobs too fucking long. 3 to 5 years is good. After that, you have built a bridge for yourself of success. Longevity you have presented. If you have moved up in this role, you have gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of security, and it's time for you to move forward in your new career path. Do not get stuck there. You understand me? Say yes. Thank you very much. That is going to be all for today's podcast episode. Patreon, I want to say thank you so much for supporting the podcast. To everyone else that is listening, please make sure you join Patreon ahead of our live on this Friday. I'm going to schedule it and post it inside of the group so that the live link is right there. So as soon as we are live, you are going to get a notification and everybody is going to be aware so that you don't miss the live. Okay. Y'all have a good ass day. I will see y'all on the internet. Bye.